All right, AJ, who do you play in the show?
I'm Wayne Hopkins.
I play Uncle Dave and J. Finch Fletchley.
I play Mr. Voldy and Merman.
I play Ernie Mac and Professor Turbin.
He's like, why am I in your video?
I play a narrator of sorts.
Okay, I play Susie Bones, the puppet Godric Gryffindor, and Hermione number 2.
Hi everyone, I play Leanne. Leanne!
I play Finnegan Seamus, Scorpio, and
It's actually Scorpius.
Scorpius. I knew that. And Death Buddy.
I play Cedric Diggory and the second headmaster.
I'm a green man and a death buddy and a soul-sucking guard.
I am a Death Buddy. I am Hermione 3. I am Rita Scooter. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Bonjour. I play Frenchie, Myrtle, and I'm also part of the mermaid chorus.
I play Megan Jones.
I play the role of the Green Man, one of the 3, Neville Longbottom, also known as Clumsy Longbottom in this play, and a Death Buddy.
I play Oliver Rivers, the boy mathematician.
I play Hannah and first headmaster.
Vanessa, who do you play in the show?
Harry Potter.
Do you have? Yeah, in case it wasn't extremely clear. Do you have a favorite moment or line in the show?
I have 2. The no time travel and wait, which one is the other one? It's one of New Jersey's lines. I don't even remember, but I have another one.
Okay, we'll come back to it. Do you have a favorite line or moment from the show?
Liner moment. I'd definitely say when the second task is over and then Frenchie and the Shark Head come in. Again, I threw in a couple of lines there and I always get a couple of laughs. You know, it's normally a serious character, so I like getting any laugh I can.
My favorite moment will be the scene where I said standing upon the precipice where the radio sing, where I recorded my voice. I choose the precipice more because I said, welcome back. Mm-hmm. You can always welcome back to theater.
I don't know what that was.
I warned you guys. My favorite moment or line from the show. There's a lot of really great moments. I feel
Pick
like
one.
one of my favorites is the unseen, because it's so picturesque.
Do it.
So, okay.
No, but in all seriousness, I think the entire bathroom scene is pretty hilarious.
My favorite moment has to be Snogging 101. Like, just that whole scene. First I come in saying, ooh, a classroom, and then I come in and, you know, the whole Zach Smith scene is awesome.
My favorite moment is in the battle scene when me and Jay Finch are together, and basically we have a whole back and forth, and then we get to imply that we're romantic and we're in a romantic relationship, and it's kind of just like a fun little Easter egg we throw in.
Yeah. Favorite line or moment from the show?
There's so many of them. I love all the lines when everyone like is in the background, just having fun doing things that add to the scenes. But probably one of them would probably be like the first task.
Anyways, favorite moment or line in the show?
When I talk over everybody and just go, Leanne! Or during the fight scene when Albert's using the protractor and the background just goes, math.
Yeah. All right. And what is your favorite moment or line from the show?
Ooh, I have to pick the final letter scene where we're texting. And first it starts off as a gag, right? Like Wayne's texting really slowly, like far slower than the writing, and he said it's gonna speed up communications. And then it morphs into me saying I won't go back to school because of danger and me being a mugborn. Mm-hmm. And I have I think for me, one of my most meaningful lines at the end of that, it's me telling Megan and Wayne that they both mean the world to me. And a bit of a small, like, joke at the end of it, it's don't get into too much trouble, and we all know what happened in the 7th year.
Yeah.
I think that's a moment that really does blend humor and seriousness. I think that's something the show does very well. But personally for me, that's my favorite moment, which just sort of encapsulates my experience in the show.
My favorite line is when Jay Finch says Jay Finch finching around, finching the halls, finching himself. My favorite moment in the play is when Jay Finch gets petrified in place.
My favorite line in the show has to be, but Harry
sorry. I told them to stop wearing the badges. Because it's really fun to scream that and just chase after Vanessa. And then my favorite part in the show has to be the first task when I'm like first entering, because I just get to be so, it fuels my ego a lot and it's very fun.
I would say the Puffug, the first Puffug moment. I love that so much, yeah.
It's just a moment because it's when Bippy comes out for the first time, and AJ just screams Avonica, and Bippy just doesn't die because Megan interrupts it. Well, that's my favorite thing because that was all improv like 3 nights before show, and we were really happy about it because it made it a lot funnier.
That's a good question.
If you don't have a moment,
it's I'm off to kill a baby, and we all go yeah.
Okay.
My favorite part though, I literally just forgot it.
Anyways,
dance scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find it really entertaining, the Leanne moments, especially the one at the ball, where she says her name every single time when everyone else is saying there.
My favorite line is Wayne's "Yippee-ki-yay, mother puffer."
All right.
I love that. Wait, I love that line so much.
Here we go. Okay. Anyways.
I love that line so much.
We got it the first time.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother puffer.
It's yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother puffer. That's gotta be my favorite.
Why would he say hippie? Like what? For joining. Anyways.
I'm saying this one more time so you can cut it out. Yeah.
Sure.
I want to say this one correctly, but off the top of my head, I'd have to say the time when Snape comes out of nowhere and goes, "Hey guys, there's something wrong."
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
What we miss most about the show now that it's over?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I know. I came up with it.
Probably that, like, this might be like my only play here at Covert Academies.
What?
Maybe. I'm thinking about the next one. But yeah, that's probably my deepest, darkest fear.
What? Are you a sophomore?
Oh, I have my favorite scene. Hold on, here we go.
Okay.
It's who is throwing all of these birds?
It's so funny. Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Okay. What we miss most about the show now that it's over?
I will miss.
Hey, well, you're loud. I'm filming.
I'll miss the Jimmy John's baguette because that was really yummy the first night when it wasn't stale and stuff.
It was,
I really liked it, but the last 2 shows it was stale and but I'll miss the baguettes, but definitely the cast, the set is wonderful and it's just such a cool show.
Probably when we finally got walls and we were doing like dumb stuff behind because they couldn't see us. That's really funny.
The people that I won't be able to see around like during sports anymore.
I feel just sort of coming to rehearsal every day, and at the very beginning we didn't know what we were doing. We just like the scenes, we were planning out the scenes, just doing blocking, and now we just look back and like we can see the progress we've made, tech, everything, all the elements coming together. Even people who like maybe aren't visibly on stage, like everyone backstage, it just came together in such an amazing way. I think that's what I'll miss most about it, because it's just a collective effort towards this one moment, these couple performances.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'll miss, just like the collective effort to produce something great for everyone to enjoy.
Definitely the community. I love being here at theater, and I just think everyone's having a blast constantly. Like, we're constantly making up new jokes, we're constantly laughing together behind the stage. So I'm gonna just miss everyone in the theater.
The sense of community. I love just like hanging out backstage with everyone because it's so fun, and everyone here is awesome.
My monologue when I'm like, Hannah, you were so awkward and you still are, but we don't care anymore.
What I'll miss about the show is all of the laughs we have and all my friends here. So.
I think I miss most about the process. I kind of miss like experimenting and kind of seeing everyone's new takes on like different things, and like hearing the jokes for the first time, because like they're so much funnier the first time than the 100th time through.
What will you miss most about the show now that it's over?
I miss the crew. Like they really helped me a lot to get through these days. College application is just stressful. They were so friendly.
What will you miss most about the show now that it's over?
I guess the whole crew and the atmosphere here, because it's my first year in theater and I feel like everyone is filled with love and passion. I'm definitely gonna miss everyone, especially this is the last year for seniors. Yeah.
What will you miss most about the show now that it's over?
I think genuinely it's like my last performance I'll do on stage here, so I think that's part of the reason I'll miss it the most. But you know, it's just a good environment. You know, we have a good group. It's a story that a lot of people know, but it's nice to put a different spin on it. So I think just all that combined.
What will you miss most about the show now that it's basically over?
Taking funny panoramic pictures of people vertically.
I'll insert some of those into the vlog in this part of the video.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna miss the community that came with the show. Like, this is one of the most together casts I've ever been in. Like, everyone is so, like, everyone talks to each other backstage. No one, like, is shady to themselves in a corner. Everyone's just all together and it makes me really happy.
And then, what is the moment, what will you miss most about the show now that it's over?
Probably being able to hang out with everyone and the technology of the plays. So just the plays have a really good environment. I like them the most.
Okay. What will you miss most about the show now that it's pretty much over?
What will I miss most about the show? I will miss.
Let me show you my favorite videos I have on my phone.
I'll miss the rehearsals. I like rehearsing for this show.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
Oh, here we go.
I'm not sure if that's completely right. I feel like rehearsals are really great and fun to play around with, but the really fun part is the play. So I'm gonna miss this night, and it hasn't even happened yet, so that's something to look forward to.
Do you have any shout outs you want to give out to the cast and crew?
So many shout outs.
Oh, here we go.
Shout outs to Ava and Nicole for always being a lifesaver. I'm wearing Ava's lip gloss right now. Shout out for Terrell for always being a lifesaver too and helping me out with lots of various tasks. And shout out to me because I'm doing great. That's all my shout outs. Wait, no, I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Okay. Shout out
mentioned half the cast, but
Mallory because she is she's Mallory. And shout out to Albert for being my dad in the show. He's doing pretty good at that. Shout out to Chloe Salyer because she's half deaf. And shout out to Joiny Lou because we kept on running into each other in one of the scenes, and we've never talked about this with one another, but she's been really helpful for me to she's been diverting her pathway so that I could get on. And I still run into Grace in that scene, but that's okay.
Is that it?
Shout out to Grace because she's also a lifesaver and she's always so nice to me. And shout out to Caro Jasevich. Shout out to Caroline. And because she's always such a lifesaver too. She's just a really fun person to talk to. And shout out to Gabri because she's always so nice to me. And when I didn't have a phone, and I still don't have a phone, she let me borrow her phone so that we could take a picture, me and Mallory,
That's a real
who
friend
I
right
already gave a shout out to.
Okay.
And shout
Look
out
at the time. We gotta go. We gotta wrap this up. Crazy.
Okay. Final shout out to me again because I'm just doing great.
Okay. Thank you. And then you want to give a shout out to anyone in the cast or crew?
Medina, because he has one line in the show, and it's one of my favorite lines. It makes me laugh every single time.
It's a very funny line.
New Jersey, because he talks to himself, he explains mathematics to himself.
For the viewers, can you tell us who New Jersey is?
Albert Liu. He explains mathematics to himself to get in character, but we just know that's him.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone, whether that be in the cast or the crew?
My lovely Mallory, I love her with all my heart, and then all of tech because we wouldn't have a play without them.
And is there anyone you want to give a special shout out to?
Shout out to my fellow trio, AJ Black and Tony Apt. They play Wayne Hopkins and Megan Jones respectively, and they're like us three. Where I think we have a great dynamic in the show, and we play off each other a lot. I think that's something that's incredibly valuable, sort of in an acting dynamic. And even though they'll be leaving next year, unfortunately, I think, yeah, shout out to them, and of course Mr. Joyce, Miss Odom, all the adults.
Yeah.
They have made everything possible.
And then want to give a shout out to anybody?
I just shout out to the adults, especially who put this all together. I know it's a lot of work for them, taking a lot of their free time. You know, it's a lot of time committed from everyone together. So you know, those are kind of the unsung heroes behind it all.
Shout out to Albert, Carol, Chloe, Luna, Vanessa, and David, and Tyrell. Thank you for doing interview.
Yeah.
You guys rocks.
Do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
I'm gonna give a shout out to my wonderful castmates because they're all just so fun to be around, and then also the adults in the space like Mr. Joyce and Mr. Dolick and Mr. Gibson.
All right, thank you. And then you want to give a special shout out to anyone in the cast or crew?
Gabby and Ava for jump scaring me every second of this entire rehearsal process.
It's been extremely funny, yeah. Okay, well, thank you. And then want to give a shout out to anyone in the cast or crew?
Honestly, I want to give a shout out to myself. No, I want to give a shout. No, I want to give a shout out to Sebastian for going on this side quest for me.
Oh. We'll find out what that means in the deleted sequel that we're never gonna make. All right, thank you. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone in the cast or crew?
My best friend Vanessa. She's a very nice person. She's very funny.
Is that true? Okay, thank you, David. Oh, anyone else? Anyone else?
I would like to say, New Jersey.
Okay, that's
because he's from New Jersey.
Okay.
He's worse than me because he's from New Jersey and I'm from New York. So.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
Shout out to the techies and the crew. Like, the set is amazing. The Green Men did everything. They signed up for tech and became actors, like,
That's actually
randomly.
really fair, yeah.
Which, like, I feel they did not sign up for that. And so, shout out to them, because they're awesome. Guys.
Do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
I want to shout out to all the stage crew, including actors, actresses, and tech people. Also, Mr. Joyce, Miss C, Miss Gold, Miss Odom, all the teachers. Yeah, and especially Mr. Joyce, because he encouraged me a lot, like, to be confident, stuff like that.
All right, thank you. Want to give a shout out to anyone?
I want to shout out my good friend Grace. Grace is so wonderful. She's a teacher, like Miss Sprouty, and she's the divination teacher or whatever. She does a wonderful job with all her roles, and I just really, really admire her versatility. It's a versatility.
There you go. Yeah.
I just really admire her versatility and how she's able to bring out the essence of each character, and I really like watching her.
Okay, bye.
Make sure to cut out the bad parts.
I'm keeping that part in. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone, whether they be in the cast or the crew?
I'll give a shout out to a couple. First one, Noah, you're just funny. Noah's incredibly funny, and Jay Finch is my favorite character overall. And to Al, who basically has worked their butts off backstage this entire show, and their work should go a little more appreciated because they made like 90% of the walls, so.
Yeah, thank you. And then, do you want to give a shout out to anyone, whether they be in cast or crew?
Shout out to my fellow green men like Chloe right behind the camera. And Bucket, who is somewhere.
Ava Burns!
Facts.
Yes.
Thank you. Want to give a shout out to anyone?
Shout out to Wanma. And shout out to Xavier Jones. Because she did a really good job with Zach Smith.
You mean Ava?
Huh?
You
Yes.
said Xavier Jones.
Yes.
That's the character.
Like referring to
Oh, okay.
their character. Like, I will probably call you Snape for the rest of the time.
If you call me Snape, I'm gonna murder you like
I will
Snape.
not call you Terrell. But yeah, Ava did a really good job with Zach Smith. So.
Okay, that's it. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Do you want to give a shout out to like anyone in the cast or in the crew?
You should give a shout out to me because I'm so awesome.
David, because he's a hype beast. And that was my boob. And see, because I feel bad that they took out the seeker in the sheets.
I know, I wanted to say it so.
I mean, we have one last show tomorrow.
I may say it tomorrow. We'll see.
Well, we gotta
Prefect
have all the
in
pop
the
shit yell
streets.
it.
Seeker in the sheets.
I say it backstage. Everyone says it in the audience. Everyone
Anyways,
in the
good luck, Charlie. All right. Hey, Sid. So can you just kind of like state what you do for the show now that we're on our second day of the process?
Oh yeah, so I basically do the running of the show's cues. I call lights, I call sound. If something happens, it's because I said it's supposed to happen, basically.
Sounds good. Yeah. Could you tell me one of your favorite moments from the show?
Oh god, it has to be when Albert comes rolling out of door C and says, "It sounds like you need a protractor."
Yeah.
And every time he's always a little too late for math to come after
Yeah.
in the sound cue. It just cracks me up every time.
And then, what will you miss most about the show now that once it's over?
Oh god, everything, I guess. Like, the set's gorgeous. I love how everyone's just baked their own little moments into like every single second that they have to be on stage. And just, I guess I'm just gonna miss how like much everyone's made the show their own. Like, it doesn't even feel like the Puffs that was put on Broadway or anything. It feels like our Puffs, I guess.
Okay. Is there anyone in the cast and the crew that you want to give a shout out to?
Oh god, everyone did so much for this show. I don't even know if I like should specifically call out anybody, but I guess as a whole, I'd just like to thank all the actors for making it possible for me to like have this opportunity to do this work for them, because like it's because of like all the work they do and like getting to watch them do that hard work day in and day out that I'm even able to like call the show the way I do. And to that end, I'd also like to thank Miss C, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even know that this job existed and that like it's something I want to do with my life. Like like without anybody here, I don't think my life would really have any direction right now. So like, thanks for making this place home.
All right, Al, just let me know what you do in the show.
So what I do in the show is I run stage left, and that generally means for me, if you see fog, I'm doing the fog from the wall. I'm also turning on the disco lights, and in the one scene where there's a projector like of Lord Voldemort, that is me. I also prep the stage, so I sweep it, I turn off the work lights, I turn on the backstage lights, blue lights, and I just prepare everything. I do a lot of sweeping, so yeah.
And then, what is your favorite moment or line in the show?
My favorite moment, it's probably gotta be the what's it called? The field trip going to town where they're like getting butter buzzed. It's so good. Or like essentially any of the scenes with Jay Finch. I love Jay Finch. I love that character. And Noah plays him really well, so yeah.
And then what will you miss most about the show once it's over?
I don't know, probably just like sitting and watching my favorite scenes. You know, running the show is always really stressful, but being able to watch the scenes over and over again and constantly laugh. But then also, like, getting to see people experience it, because it's a totally different environment when it's just the actors and us. Like, I think when I was sitting there during Tech Week, I wasn't laughing at all, and now I'm, like, laughing with the crowd. Because it's just, like, a totally different environment, and it's super fun to see how everyone reacts and, like, just, like, brightening people's day.
Is there anyone you want to give like a special shout out to, whether in the cast or in the crew?
So just shout out to all the techies. They don't notice us in the bow. They notice Miss C and Sydney in the perch, and we love that for them, but we don't get any on the side, so shout out to Lucia, Sanchez, and KJ, and then also me.
Love
just
that.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Gabby, who do you play in the show?
I play Susie Bones, the puppet.
The who?
Puppet.
There we go. We're gonna try this again. All right, Gabby, this is totally our first take doing this. Who do you play in the show?
I play Susie Bones, the puppet.
Okay, take one. Gabby, who do you play in the show?